The presidency of Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So, who is Roa Duterte? He is born on March 28, 1945, also known as Digong. Rodi and by the initial PRRD is a Filipino politician who is the 16th and incumbent president of the Philippines. He is the chairperson of PDP Laban, the ruling political party in the Philippines. Duterte is the first president of the Philippines to be from Mindanao and it's the oldest beginning his term at age of 71. The record was previously held by Surigao Osmeña at the age of 65. He is born in Maasin, Leyte and now in Southern Leyte. Duterte moved to Davao as a child where his father Vicente Duterte served as provincial governor. He studied political science at the Lyceum of the Philippines University, graduating in year 1968 before obtaining a law degree from San Beda College of Law in year 1972. He then worked as a lawyer and was a prosecutor for Davao City before becoming vice mayor and subsequent, subse- subsequently mayor of the city in the wake of the 1986 People Power Revolution. Duterte won 7 terms and served as mayor of Davao for over 22 years, and Duterte's year 2016 presidential campaign led to his election victory. During his presidency, his domestic policy has focuses on combating the illegal drugs trade by initiating the controversial war on drugs, fighting crime and corruption, launching of massive infrastructure plan and a proposed shift to a federal system of government. During the Duterte administration, the NEDA chief said that in the first 4 years of the administration, the Philippines recorded a strong economic growth performance averaging 6.6% from 2016 to 2019, the lowest unemployment 5.3% and underemployment 14.8% rates in January year 2020. The National ID program was first attempted in 1973 and was finally enacted 45 years later in August year 2018. Meanwhile, ongoing COVID-19 project funded by the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank or ADB as well as the Philippine ID system were added to the 2021 list along the Shanghai Airport, which was already inaugurated by Duterte in February 2020. The Duterte administration, through the able leadership of former Secretary Mark Villar of the Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH, was able to construct 29,264 km of roads or kilometer of roads and 5,450 bridges and 11,340 floods mitigations structures and 150,149 classrooms and 223 evacuation centers and 1,253 kilometers of new high standard highways and expressways in Luzon, Cebu, and Davao. And that's all for Duterte's